I am sure it's only getting Warning.
Holy shit. What the fuck is up, everybody? How's everyone doing? Based on Twitter, my DMs, the timeline, it seems like not very good. Seems like y'all are not doing very good right now. So I figured let me bless you with the present of my presence and come in here and talk shit for a second time today. Because, I already was on Spaces with the boy Cred earlier, chopping it up. But I figure I owed you guys a stream. It's been a while. I know. I apologize. I've been traveling a lot, and it's been very very tough time to kind of be away from the market because a lot has been happening. I'm well protected, but I wish I was a little bit more active over these last couple of weeks, for your guys' sake, obviously, because I know things have been tough, and we've had obviously a major monumental move in the market with this whole Luna Anchor UST situation. So I wanted to come on here, give you guys my thoughts on that, my thoughts on the market, answer any questions you guys might have. Obviously, this will be a little bit more of a open-ended stream. If you guys want to, ask me some questions, just hear what I think about whatever, crypto, otherwise, hit it up in the chat, and I will do my best to answer as many questions as I can. I'm here for you guys. As someone who has been in these markets a long time, unfortunately, I've seen this kind of thing happen before. No matter how many times you see it, it's just as crazy to witness every single time. At least this time I'm not, taking the brunt force of it, but I've been in your shoes. If you, taking a licking right now, I've been there, trust me. So hopefully I can share some experience with you guys, some wisdom, and hopefully make you smile a little bit. As you know, we always try and keep the streams funny and light. I know it's a bit of a somber time. People are depressed, but I'm going to do my best to cheer you guys up and make this a fun stream for y'all. But yeah, man, I know it's tough right now. No one likes losing money, and I know a lot of people are hurting right now. So I guess I want to start the stream, on a serious note. Obviously, you guys saw me tweet about this yesterday, and I mean it. I've unfortunately had friends, who have people I've met through crypto, people I've shared discords with, considered friends, internet friends, that's what we are, take their lives over lost money. And that's fucked up, right? That's something you can't reverse. That's something you can't take back. Money you can make again. No matter how insurmountable the hole or, the hill you have to climb is, how deep the hole you feel like you're in, you feel like you can never get out, you can. There is always that light at the end of the tunnel. You can make it back. Even if you're starting from zero, you can, right? But you need to be alive. You need to be healthy, to even begin to think about making any of that money back. And the most selfish thing you can do is do something crazy like hurt yourself. So please, for the love of God, do not do that. And I mean that sincerely. Life's worth living, man. It's just money. You can make it back. It will come and go. So don't do anything stupid to yourself that would hurt you and your family or anything like that. Even though you might think that that's the only solution at this time. It is absolutely not. So please, 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 don't do anything stupid like that. I'm here for you guys. You can message me. You can DM me. I got damn near 1,000 DMs between that post and today. I'm going to respond to as many of them as possible. There's some very sad stories in there. However, if you're just DMing me, asking me for money, that is not the point of the fucking post. If I could give everyone money, I would. But that's not the point. It's not like, hey man, I fucked up, give me money. That's not the point of that post. It's more like, hey, let me help you talk through some problems you may have, maybe help you get on the right track. Things like that. I've sent money to people in the past, but that's not going to solve, people's problems, right? Necessarily. And I don't have enough money to just give everyone who asks money. Unfortunately, if I could, I would, but, what I can offer is my time and my experience and hopefully some words of wisdom and advice. Yeah, so hopefully everyone's staying safe out there. Again, please don't do anything fucking stupid, man. I'll be fucking mad at you if you do something stupid. I'll come and find you in the afterlife and I'll fucking beat your ass. All right? So, okay. Let's give a quick shout out to the sponsors of the stream. Now more than ever, I need you guys to sign up with that Prime XBT link because it's hard out here. It's hard out here. So shout out to the Prime team who's been supporting me, putting on these streams for a long time now. If you're looking for an exchange to use, it's safe, it's reliable, lots of trading pairs on there. Use my link in the description of this video. Sign up with code Mayne50. That's all you need to do. All right. So with that out of the way, what do you guys want to talk about first? Do you want me to talk about Bitcoin, kind of short term, near term, long term, PA, what I think is going to happen? Or do you want me to talk about the Luna situation? This guy says, how did God put so much handsomeness and intelligence into a single young man? Well, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I'm old, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to be 32 this summer. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Me either. It's scary. All right. Luna, Poppy, BTC Poppy, midterm Bitcoin weekly chart. When bottom. Start BTC, then Luna. Goblin Town. All right. We'll start with Bitcoin. That seems to be the consensus. The chat's moving pretty quick here. We've got over 350 people watching. That's awesome. Cool. So yeah, let's start with Bitcoin. Then we'll talk about the whole Luna UST fiasco. And then obviously I'll go to the chat. And if you guys got questions about anything, I don't really think you want me to look at altcoins. They all look really bad. But if you got questions about anything, let me know. And then intermittently between looking at the charts, well, what happens to the screen when I do that? That's weird. I will take a look at the chat and I will make fun of you guys while appropriate to kind of keep the mood light. You know what I mean? I believe it's in Irish culture. Instead of having a funeral, they just have like a big fucking party. And I feel like that's what we should be doing right now, right? We should just be good vibes, listening to good music, having a good ass time, right? Because what good is being sad going to do? What good is it going to do at this point, right? You're poor once, you've been poor before, you're poor again. You're rich before, you can get rich again. Like being sad is not going to get you anywhere, right? Is it just me or all the stable coins looking a little wonky? I definitely think there's going to be some fear, but you can't compare USDC and USDT to UST. They're different. They're stable coins, right? And then there's algorithmic stable coins. UST is a lot like that USN coin that Waves had going on for a while. Their value is not backed by being backed by dollars. Right? Luna's value was never based on being backed by actual dollars, right? It was by the Anchor protocol, the LFG reserve, and all that fucking sort of shit. That's what derived the value and held the peg, was that mechanism. That's why it was called an algorithmic stablecoin. And pretty much every algorithmic stablecoin we've seen that is essentially I'm getting right into the Luna shit, but whatever, that has allowed them to basically offer free money, right? Like if you think about the Anchor protocol, just logically, all I have to do is put my USD into UST, which is 1-to-1, and then just hold that UST on your platform and I get paid 20% a month. How's that possible? Where's the money come from? Well, that should have been your first warning sign, right? How can you just give me 20% for doing effectively nothing and holding something that is effectively a US dollar? Right? Where's the give? So, it's usually, if it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? Here's the thing. Bernie Madoff only promised 10%. Do Kwon promised 20. So, red flag there a little bit, don't you think? All right, so your money is Quan. Wow. Yeah, we are below the infamous line, guys. So I don't want to do this whole fucking I told you so bullshit because I did tell you so. And if you've been watching my streams, you know that this is something that we've been waiting for, and hopefully something, if you've been paying attention, that we've prepared for. During this entire move up here, I told you guys I'm still confident that Bitcoin trades to 30K. I said we could go higher. I don't even remember the date of my last stream because the amount of tequila, drugs, vape pens, and other substances I've inhaled, consumed, put up my butt in that amount of time, my mind is fried, complete jello. So I have no idea when my last video was, but we had talked about a retracement. We longed down here, okay? We talked about this move up, and I thought we could get as high as here. Potentially, but I said, obviously, this is resistance first. This bearish order block is resistance, but whatever happens, wherever this bounce was going to go, whether it was this or to here, my thoughts were the same. I said, I still think that we're going to trade to the $30,000 handle in the near future. I thought this was going to be a lower high, and we were going to trade lower, and that's exactly what happened. And unfortunately, it was extremely weak. We didn't even get a move past this order block here. I thought maybe we'll get a move up into 50. Maybe we'll get a move up into 55 if we're lucky, right? We had talked about maybe running these highs here. It's all coming back to me now. It's like riding a bike, except for the bike is, I don't even know where I was going with that. But maybe we'd get up here. I don't know, right? This is all speculation. But we rejected here, right? We moved up, broke above this high, immediately rejected in the order block. Boom. Soon as you had this pin bar candle in here and we traded back below that high, that's your signal that we're going lower. Because if you zoom in on this, if I mark out this level here, why is it white? Why is it fucking gray? Who's fucking with my trading view? I'm going to find whoever is fucking with my trading view. I'm going to come to their house. I'm going to shove a fucking mouse where the sun don't shine. Okay. If you look at the lower time frame here, right, is this not a classic kind of pattern that I share with you guys all the time? So here's that previous high. Remember, this entire area that we're trading in here is that bearish order block. So what does that mean? That means in this area, we're looking for signs of weakness, potential signs of reversal, okay? I don't have it drawn on here because it's just going to take up space. But we came above the level, instantly reject, and then what do we start doing? Put in a lower low, lower high. We're putting in SFPs here. This is your sign to get the fuck out. When I'm always like, hey, come up into the level, look for bearish PA, and I draw one of these things, that's this, right? It doesn't always look the exact same, but that's exactly what this is. This is bearish PA into resistance. We deviated above that level. As soon as we started trading back below this level, you're short. Maybe here. Once it breaks through that low, you're absolutely short here with your stop here. Target is at 30. Right? Maybe you short there. Maybe you don't even short till down here at 42. Maybe you're super late to your entry. Your deviation is your risk. Your target on the trade is 30,000. Because that's where I said we were going. I said, once we make that lower high, we're going to 30. Even that is a 2R. And that's very loose risk, and that's a very late entry. Okay? So that's the bearish PA that happened at the level where we expected it to happen. And what did it result in? It resulted in a big move down. I mean, shit, you had a couple opportunities here to get short on this thing on the way down as well. Once we rejected at the level, H12 SFP, break in market structure, right? Bearish order block here, breakdown. Another bearish order block here, breakdown. Multiple SFPs are occurring on the low time frame in each one of these highs. I can show you. Bearish SFPs. We're in a bear trend, right? So a fractal of this high time frame move occurred right here. There's your high. We traded above, back below, sold off, right? SFP, traded above, back below, sold off. So the PA's been bearish. Another SFP here. This has been clear lower highs and lower lows this entire way, right? So it did exactly what we thought it would do at resistance. It rejected and then it started putting in bearish structure. And after that is confirmed in whatever time frame you wanted to use to get confirmation on, it's your job as a trader to then stock an entry. So if you didn't get short up here, that's fine. Why aren't you looking to short one of these pullbacks here, right? To get in line with the trend, because I told you before I left, I said I'm still confident that wherever this bounce goes to, the result is a leg down to 30K. So unfortunately, I wasn't here to trade it with you guys live. I feel bad about that, but it is what it is, right? Like we knew that, like I don't want to say I knew this was going to happen, but this is what I expected to happen, and I'm happy to see it played out. And I protected myself. I've been sitting in stables, not UST stables. I've been sitting in USDC, and I have some money in UST or USDT, but I also have gold. I have cash. I have real estate. I have other assets. I'm not 100% in crypto. This is something I've talked about in previous streams and previous videos in the past. Like, I'm beyond the age where I'm comfortable having 100% of my net worth in crypto. As much as I believe in crypto, crypto has made me a lot of my wealth. I've diversified, because if crypto goes to zero for some reason, I still need to have a place to live, right? I still need to be able to eat. I still need to be able to provide for myself. And there's no way I'm putting 100% of my eggs in that basket. No way. So hopefully, some of you guys have been following my charts, following my streams, and were able to protect yourself. I know for a fact many of you have, because I've gotten lots of DMs from people saying that, hey, I shorted Luna because of you, or I cashed out some crypto near the top because of you. So that makes me really happy. So please send me more of those kinds of messages, because my fucking DMs are a fucking horror show right now. But hopefully some of you guys are safe and not everyone got absolutely fucking destroyed by this move, because I've been talking about it for a while. I said I'm bearish. I still thought we were going to go tag 30K, that infamous line, and here we are. So what now, right? What now? I don't personally buy that this is fucking support here. The likelihood of this area holding for a third time, for a third time, very low in my opinion. Any sort of rally that gets generated from here is a shorting opportunity. There is no way in my mind that this sell-off is over, personally, right? So this thing can rally 35, maybe 38. Hell, it can even go back up to 40. I would still be bearish for another leg lower. Just like when this was rallying, I said I don't buy it. I think this is just another leg in the downtrend coming. It's the exact same thing I think here. I think we get another leg down. I'm pretty confident, pretty supremely confident that we make a decisive break through these lows here in the coming days or weeks. That's just how I feel. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But I think that price bottoms lower. I also think something that people need to realize is that price does not bottom in one candle. The majority of time, price bottoms in a pattern like this. You have that decisive sell-off, but then you have a period of consolidation, right? Outside of COVID, which even still chopped around for a few weeks, usually this is how bottoms form, right? You have a large sell-off and then you have an accumulation period, because if price is going to rally back up, there needs to be a period of time. The fuck's going on here? Jesus Christ. Someone's been fucking with, someone broke into my house, okay, while I was away. Someone broke into my home, okay? But instead of stealing shit, they just went on my computer and fucked with all my settings. I'm fucking sure of it. Which one of you fuckers was it? Son of a bitch. Oof. Miami was fucking crazy, by the way. I don't even know how I survived. Honestly, I don't even know how I survived, because I went directly from Mexico. I had 1 day at home, flew to Miami. Actually, I flew to LA. I had like a 9-hour layover in LA, as you guys know, and I fucking went to this bar full of cougars, and I just partied my face off with all these 50-year-old women. It was fucking awesome. People were singing karaoke. I was buying everyone fucking margaritas and shots. It was wild. I went overnight flight to Miami, barely slept, and then basically stayed up for the next 3 days and partied my face off, and spent a bunch of money that I probably shouldn't have. And then I went to F1. F1 was so fucking cool. It just sucked because I was like dying. I thought I had COVID again. Like, I was having flashbacks of my last Miami trip because, like, I had a sore throat. I was coughing. I'm wheezing. I wasn't sleeping. My flight got delayed on the way back. Just like last time, I had to stay in the same shitty Dallas airport hotel. Just like last time. Like, I'm like, this is it again. I'm going to get home and I'm going to have, like, fucking COVID again. And I'm going to be locked in my house. But praise be to Allah. No COVID this time. But I was fucking hurting, man. But I powered through. F1 was sick. So I appreciate the homies for even inviting me out on that trip. That was super fun. But yeah, now we're back and the world's crumbling and we're all poor now. I was literally like fucking throwing money and fucking bottles and drinking champagne and expensive tequila like 48 hours ago. And now everyone's here counting their fucking pennies. It's kind of funny. Not that funny, but funny. Price generally needs a period of time of accumulation, right? Price moves in 3 distinct patterns. Hold on here. Fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Price moves in 3 distinct patterns, okay? Can be emulated. Look at this. We're getting arts and crafts here. Arts and crafts with Trader Mayne. Okay. So there's actually only 2 things price can do, but it has 3 phases. Okay. There's 4 things price can do, 3 phases, but 2 fucking, I'm just going to explain it. We'll forget about the math for now. My brain is still only about 75% of its normal capacity. And you guys know how stupid I am when I'm at 100%. So do that fucking math. Okay, so it can go sideways. It can go up. It can go sideways. It can go down. It can go sideways, right? The difference is this sideways motion is accumulation, which leads to a move up. This sideways motion is distribution, which then leads to a move down. And then it repeats. So that's all price can do. It can go up, down, or sideways. Your job as a trader is when it's going sideways, you want to determine, is this accumulation or distribution? And then if it's accumulation, position yourself on the long side, because then when it starts trending up, you're looking for longs. If it's distribution, position yourself on the short side, because then when it starts going down, you're going to be looking for shorts. Rinse and repeat. That's all price can do, is it can move in those 3 different ways. Sideways, up, or down. That's it. It can't do anything else. No matter what you believe about markets, how you believe markets work, whether you use indicators, whatever the fuck you do, if you're charting on a stone tablet, if you're using an abacus to add numbers together, at the end of the day, price does 3 things. It goes up, down, or sideways, okay? And before a move happens, whether that move be to the upside or downside, price generally needs to have a period of either accumulation before move up or distribution before move down. So if you're looking for price to put in a bottom, meaning that it's not going down on anymore, and we're going to see a huge rally to the upside. We're all going to get rich again. Your girlfriend from like 5 years ago is going to call you back and be like, baby, I want you back. I heard you're rich again. Your dog, he's going to come back to life because you're breaded now. You know what I mean? You're going to go to Miami. You're going to get a yacht. You're going to be fucking busting champagne off the fucking, the front of the yacht and fucking throwing singles in the air like you're fucking Jordan Belfort. For that to happen, price needs to accumulate. Right? So price is not going to bottom in a single candle. So as much as people want to call bottom, be like, that was it. That was the bottom. That's not how it fucking works. Okay? Look at the bottom here. We had a floor. Price finally broke. People called bottom this entire fucking time. Looked like fucking idiots. Trust me, I was one of them. I was there. That's how old I am. Okay? I learned how to fucking do TA from Moses. That's how old I am. And then what happened? It had a period of sideways accumulation for literally months and months and months and months and months. Okay. And then it had the ability to start trending and going up, right? That's how bottoms form. So as much as people want the bottom to be in and they want to get the clout, be like, that was it, that was the bottom, it's not how it fucking works, okay? This is not going to bottom in one candle. It's the same thing that happened here. People called bottom here, and maybe you bought this here, and you're like, this is the bottom, and you bought it. That's awesome. Good for you. You were right. But you then had to hold this entry for like 4 to 5 months while price repeatedly tested your entry looking like it was going to break lower. Do you have the conviction? Do you have the big old fucking brass coconuts? Coconuts are not made of brass, but you know what I fucking mean. Do you have the fucking cojones to sit in that entry for months and months and months and not feel the stress or the pressure, like, oh, maybe this isn't the bottom. Maybe I better puke, right? And then eventually you get proven right, but after months of having to sit in that entry, no, most people who bought this wick, I guarantee you, sold it almost right away after. They didn't hold it all the way to the next high, okay? So this is accumulation. Yeah, that was the bottom, but it stayed in this range for a while. Accumulation occurred, and then a trend preceded that accumulation. This is the inverse of that happening, right? This is distribution, right? And then after the distribution finishes, then the trend to the downside occurs. So you might be like, hey, this is the top, and you sold here. You were right, but it's not just going to let you get that free lunch. It's not like, boom, there's the top, and then every other candle after that is lower, right? There's going to be a period because the orders that were accumulated on the way up here, it takes time to distribute those positions and to sell out of them. This is just how markets move, okay? So as much as I want the bottom to be in and be able to be like, here's where the bottom is going to form, the bottom generally forms in a range, right? You need price to stop selling off, right? First of all, you need the selling to stop, you need buying to step in, and you need price to stabilize. So if this is indeed the bottom, what we want to see is this. If this happens, this is not the bottom. I think that's just going to likely lead to another leg down. If we want this to be the bottom, I think we need to see some sideways occur, right? Some accumulation. That accumulation, this, however, could end up being just more distribution before another leg down. We don't know yet, but the bottom does not occur in one candle. That entire fucking rant is just to say that. So hopefully that fucking made sense. I'm not on my fucking peak game here today, guys, so you're gonna have to fucking bear with me, but hopefully I'm fucking making some sense. I'm getting fucking heated just talking right now. I don't know what my body is telling me. Probably telling me to go to sleep, but I fucking won't. Not for the boys. The boys need me right now. Okay, so do I think this is the bottom? No. I do think that we are due for some sort of pity bounce, some sort of relief bounce. How high it goes, I don't really know. I'm chewing this gum into fucking smithereens here. I got no garbage? Who runs this fucking house? No fucking garbage anywhere. Sorry about that. Okay. So I do think we're due for some relief. We've had a lot of pain here. Basically, you're looking at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red weekly candles in a row. I wouldn't be surprised if we got some relief in the near future, maybe this week or next week, before more selling. However, what I don't want you to do, because you're a smart person and you listen to Trader Mayne, is to assume that the bottom is in because we get one green candle, okay? I want you to think logically, realize that we're in a downtrend. The stock market looks like shit. And until proven otherwise, the trend is to the downside. So any sort of bounce, much like here, any sort of bounce should be looked at as an opportunity to sell. Okay, so if we see something like this happen, what are you going to be doing as a smart Trader Mayne subscriber? You're going to be looking for opportunities to position yourself in a short, right? So I do think we're due for some relief. I do think 30K is a level of interest. 28 to 30K is a level of interest, but I don't think it's where the bottom forms. I don't think, if you remember my old video, this is just air down here. There might be a level at 25K, but personally, looking at the monthly chart, the level is 14. That's fucking scary. Let that sink in, right? That's the next serious level of support on this chart, and that is another 50% drop from where we are now. How's that for fucking math? All the people in my comments being like, oh, blah, 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 this, blah. I'm like, fuck you. You don't understand. I understand math. I'm an accountant, you son of a bitch. Shit can go down way fucking more, right? It can go down 50% and then go down 50% again. And people are like, well, that makes no sense just to be at zero. It's like, that's not how fucking numbers work, okay? Get your calculator out. Figure that one out. So it can get way uglier here on the high time frame. If this thing really wants to puke, 14K is the next level that I'm watching. And I'm not joking about that. I actually think it would go below 14K personally. But that is a real level. I don't think 20K is a real level. I don't think 25K is a real level. I think there are levels that price may react at. But I think we're looking for a high time frame bottom. I think it happens lower, personally. Obviously, I would love for it to happen between 20 to 25K. I'm going to be watching those areas. But based on the monthly chart, because this looks like we're about to put in a monthly lower low. Right? So you have very key monthly levels here. That's your monthly swing low right there. If we close below here, it's a lower low. It's already going to be a lower low below there. That's almost certain. So what would that mean? It means that the next leg down, right? This is where it would be on the monthly, in my opinion. You know, maybe we get something like this. But that would be like, this is like maximum doom scenario, stock market recession. Like everything implodes, okay? Doesn't mean it has to happen, but that's what I'm looking at, on the monthly, okay? Is down there, which is fucking scary. But that is that's scary to think about, but it's not that fucking crazy. The biggest problem I have with people right now in crypto is being like, it's not going that low. I was in a few Discords today. I'm like, listen, like 14K. I've been talking to a few of my homies in private messages. I'm like, yo, 10 to 14K, why not? And then I'll say that to some people and they're like, there's just no way. There's just no way. There's too many. The space has changed. The billionaires are here. The institute. Do Kwon was a billionaire. No one thought Luna was going to go from top 10 market cap to literally less than $1 in like a month. Okay, anything can happen in this space. We haven't even seen the regulatory or we haven't even seen the ripple effect of all of the funds and businesses and high net worth, people, for example, that maybe had money or reserves or treasuries on Anchor or in UST. We don't even know who those people are yet. Are they now forced sellers? Have they been selling? Have they yet to, release that they're fucking blown up? And how is that going to affect the market? Are people going to get scared being like, holy shit, all of these big funds are fucking broke and everyone's going to start? We don't know yet. It's going to take time for a lot of this to work out. We're in the fucking beginning. So it can get way uglier. And beyond that, if you look at every previous bull run, so here's the 2017 bull run. From peak to the low, Bitcoin dropped 80%. Okay? Let's pull up Bitstamp because it's got more history. Right? Let's go back. Let's go back in time. Let's get in the Trader Mayne time machine. Patent pending, obviously. Let's look here. This is the 2013 bull run, okay? The all-time high was 1163. All-time low at the time, not all-time low, but the low of that bull run, or the bear market, was 152. It's an 86% decline, okay? Just in Bitcoin. We're not talking altcoins. Altcoins, way fucking more. Way fucking more. Let's look at the 2017 run. All-time high, just under 20K. The low, 3,100, 84% decline. Even in this move, which isn't a bull run, but this pump to the low, 70% drop. But all of a sudden, people are saying, well, this time it's different. Why? Right? So why would it be any different? So an 80%, that's conservative, an 80% pullback from this most recent all-time high puts us at 14K. Why is that not possible? If it's happened every time in the past with every single bear market, why would this one be different? right? Why? So I'm not trying to scare everyone. I just like, I've been saying this for months now. I just want you to be aware of possibilities, right? Because there's so many people who have been telling you that we can't go down. We're never going to 30K again. They're bull posting the entire fucking way to the bottom. And at the end of the day, people are allowed to say whatever the fuck they want. You shouldn't listen to anyone except for yourself. Do your own analysis, make your own decisions. But you need to consider, if you're going to consider 100K as an upside possibility, you need to consider 15K as a downside possibility. You can't just only focus on one, right? That's not fair analysis, right? You have to consider the opportunity, the potential that you're wrong. And if it's going to have some crazy parabolic move to the upside, why isn't a crazy parabolic move to the downside possible as well? If not as equally likely. So if we're just basing this on previous bull runs and history, saying, okay, every time Bitcoin goes in a bear market, it drops 80 to 85% from all-time high to all-time low. To me, that's why I was so confident in buying 3K, because I was like, this is what it does. It goes down 80 to 85%. Now's when I want to start paying attention and buying. So why wouldn't you consider that as a possibility for this one? What I think is more scary about this go around as opposed to previous ones is every single Bitcoin bear market and bull market has been within the backdrop of a macro equities risk on asset bull run. We've effectively been in the biggest bull run of all time in risk on assets, tech stocks, growth stocks, asset values inflating exponentially, everything going up. It's the everything going up bubble since 2008, right? Since that recession ended. We have not, that's when Bitcoin was created, in the end of the last recession. So as much as Bitcoin has had its bull runs and its bear markets, ever since Bitcoin was created, okay? When Bitcoin was created, since here, this is what everything has been doing in that entire time. So what happens if this market goes into a serious recession? I'm not saying it's going to zero, because this thing is designed to go up and to the right over a long enough period of time. But what happens if we see a real dump and we're trading back at like 3,000 or like, pre-COVID levels? Because a lot of those growth stocks and tech stocks that went nuts during COVID, they have all fully retraced those moves and are trading at or below their COVID levels. So what if the equity markets as a whole do the same thing and they sell off to 3,000s again? Like, why wouldn't Bitcoin be going sub 20K in that environment? And what I mean by what's scarier is every time Bitcoin's gone in a bear market, this has still been in a bull run. So what happens if Bitcoin goes into a bear market and this is in a bear market? Then what? Does it get even uglier? And I know I'm being very doom or gloom and all that fucking bullshit. I'm just fucking talking out loud right now. But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, what if, right? It's so easy, and you get so many more likes and so many followers to be like, yo, what if we go to 120K? What if we're going to 160,000? What if this, what if that? What if super cycle? No one ever wants to talk about the reverse. And I've been talking about the fucking reverse side for a while now. Now it's kind of coming to fruition, and, the potential is scary. So I know 14K and 12K Bitcoin sounds impossible. I'm telling you right now, if the stock market continues to dump and we see and like this looks like it wants to die, right? If this goes back to like 3,000 and we have like a serious downtrend in equities, the low is nowhere close to where we are now, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Not financial advice. Don't sue me, right? But that's just my thoughts. So we don't know what Bitcoin would look like in a stock market recession because it hasn't existed during a stock market recession. So why not consider the possibility is all I'm saying, okay? So 14K is the level on the monthly. I think 10 to 14, right? So you have this high and this high. Those are some levels I'm watching on the monthly for downside targets. Now, what is the bullish case, right? Enough with the doom or gloom. Let's get back to the warm fuzzies, the butterflies, the rainbows, all that fucking shit. Okay? I think Bitcoin has to close this monthly above 35,000 for this to be just like a fucking flash in the pan scare. If Bitcoin somehow closes the monthly, see who's fucked with this shit? Where's my line? This, you should be here. This should be here. This should be here. And this should be here. I'm telling you, someone broke into my house and they just fucking moved all my buttons around and shit. They probably fucking set the time on my oven wrong. Those fucking bastards. They're sadistic fucks. That's the level, right? Like this looks awful, right? But it's only May 11th. So we still have time technically to save the monthly. If this somehow becomes a crazy wick and the monthly candle closes like this, right? With a very long lower wick. Like that would be the only situation where I'm like, okay, fucking send it. And like, I think we're going to like, I don't know, like up here, 55K. Like if that happens, 50K, 55K. I don't think that's going to happen. But 35K is that level, right? Back above those lows. See how we closed those with wicks? Wicked into it, closed above, wicked in. That's what this candle has to close like for the super bullish hopium case. I don't see that happening personally, but I'm just throwing it out there. I think it's much more likely that we see some sort of move up this way, right? And then a rejection. But this is the safest bet, right? Because we're able to trade back above here. Okay, well now, regardless of what happens, your risk is defined. At least you have some risk. Trying to long right here, where are you wrong? Where are you wrong? You're just picking we've already hit all of these lows. You're just picking an arbitrary level to be like, I'm wrong here. If we're able to get back above here, now you have a contextual point where it's like, okay, we are wrong below there. Absolutely, I'm fine getting risk on again as long as we're holding above that level. But 35 is that level for me on the monthly. On the weekly, I think you're looking at, a very similar area. I'd like to see it close back above, at the very least, 31, 32, but ideally 35. The problem with the weekly is we're already, what day of the week is it? It's Wednesday, my dudes. It's already Wednesday, bro. And just looking at this as it is right now, this weekly looks like it's going to close through all relevant support. And again, just look at this chart. Like there's nothing here. There is no support here. Right? You could argue 20K, maybe there's a little level in here at 25, but there's not much here before these two levels. So weekly looks bad, monthly has some time, but if we're going to have any sort of relief, it needs to happen very fucking soon. If this is for some reason, like if this is the bottom and we're going to go way higher from here or whatever, that relief needs to come in mighty quick. The one potential bullish narrative I can kind of spin from this whole anchor thing is Luna went from like $90 to $1. UST completely got depegged, went down to like 20 cents, and Bitcoin is still sitting around 28 to 30. You would almost think that it would be worse. But at the same time, why does it affect Bitcoin? Maybe that's happening kind of in its own vacuum. I don't know. That's the only kind of bullish narrative I can fucking construe from that whole situation. So all in all, holy shit, the bulls are fucked. And they have been for a while. So I know I talked a lot there, guys. I hope it made sense. I talked about a lot of shit. I yelled a lot. I made a lot of hand gestures. I didn't even really call anyone names because I haven't even looked at the chat because I'm just fucking on a rip here. Yeah, let's see what the chat is saying here, guys. But let me know in the chat if anything I've talked about here in the last fucking hour has made any sense to anyone but my own fucking sick, demented mind. You're the fucker who broke into my house and changed all my settings. I knew it was you. I had a feeling all along it was you, you son of a bitch. Looking real slender. I'm actually a fucking whale right now, so I appreciate that. I was on the cut for summer, right? I was feeling lean. I was down to like 192. I had like one ab. But then I went to Mexico and then Miami, and I just ate and drank and fucking smoked, and now I'm fucking 205 again. Fucking crazy how that works, eh? Phil the Flying Frenchman. What a great name. Chris Hart says he likes himself a bit too much. Chris, if you were me, you would like yourself a bit too much as well. I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm still rich, I'm jacked. I have an above average penis. Like, I'm fucking winning. I got a bag of fucking gummy bears here. Okay? Fuck with me, Chris. He looks so young thanks to Coke. Exactly. That's the secret to everything. You want to know why everyone looks so young in Hollywood? Cocaine, kids. Try it. What bar in LA were you at? It was called Ponchos. It was in Newport Beach, I think, or something, or Manhattan Beach. It was near the airport. It was super fun. It was like a Mexican spot with karaoke. Naturally, it being LA, they were like, you should do karaoke. And it's like, I fuck with a little bit of karaoke. After enough drinks, I'll get up there. I'll do a little karaoke. But I let some other people go first, and I'm like, oh, typical, I'm in LA. Like, every fucking person going karaoke, I'm like, you should be famous. Like, you're so good at singing. There's no way I'm getting up there and fucking and singing some bullshit. ICT invented this also. Yeah, ICT invented everything. He invented the markets. He invented me. He's my dad. I literally came out of his nutsack. Vinod says, what is this? That was a fucking PhD level education in market movement, my friend. You're welcome. I just saved you 4 years of school and $120,000. I'll send you my address. You can send me a tip. My stone tablet and abacus have been faulty. Me too, bro. Wait, bro, my doggo is coming back. I didn't mean to say that. When I go on these rants, sometimes I say things that I don't mean, and unfortunately, I think your dead dog is probably gonna stay dead. But who knows? Maybe if Bitcoin goes back to 100K, you can collect some of its DNA and just clone yourself a new one. How about that? Papa Frank says he's just guessing. May as well flip a coin. Papa Frank, you may as well go fuck yourself, bro. How's that sound? Papa Frank? Papa, fuck you. How about that? People are just fighting in the comments. I don't know. It sounds like some people understand what I was saying. Other people are just upset and sad. I have a job? Absolutely, I do not have a job. I used to be an accountant. I'm old, man. I used to have a job back in the fucking Stone Ages. Okay, let's see. When you look at 2017, though, it didn't really bottom at an obvious monthly support. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It bottomed right within the monthly order block. Like, would that not constitute the monthly area where price bottomed? I literally used this exact order block to long down here, right? So no different than I would be saying, okay, well, this, it's kind of the monthly area where I'm looking for price to trade to on this one. It doesn't have to go there, right? Just because it happened before doesn't mean it has to happen again. But it's that, I'm just saying, based on the monthly, that is the level, right? That's the level based on the monthly. It might stop before then. Some fucking huge Chad buyer might decide to put in a bottom here or here. I don't fucking know. I'm just laying out the levels where I will be watching price if it gets there. It might not get there. Never in the past has Bitcoin retested the last all-time high. Are you sure about that? Because it broke through 20K here, right? I think this one it did. Right? Broke through. Retest, went below, retest right there. So I wouldn't speak purely in absolutes here, right? This is an all-time high, retest. I think what you're trying to say is after making a new kind of big cycle, it's never came back to the old all-time high. That's true. But you have to also consider that Bitcoin is experiencing something called diminishing returns. As Bitcoin continues to grow, right, the returns are less and less and less, right? If you look at it logarithmically here, each cycle, the low to the high is a smaller percent gain, right, than the previous, right? So the bull run from from 200 to 20,000 is a way bigger move than the bull run from 3,000 to 60,000. And wherever this one bottoms to the next, this line is diminishing. It's the law of diminishing returns, right? So you have to consider a few things. The law of diminishing returns, and also the fact that as the price of Bitcoin itself increases, the money required for it to go up also increases, right? It's a lot easier to pump something when it's $200 per than it is when it's 20,000 per. Okay, but the returns over time on Bitcoin are diminishing. So that's why I'm not surprised that in the past, every all-time high has been basically left in the dust, that on this one, that might not be the case. Doesn't mean that it's over, but it just means that, the returns are getting less and less. That's just how it goes. I'm not a fucking scientist. I can't explain it any better than that. Fuck you, logarithmic bullshit. All right, I think everyone kind of has an understanding of what the fuck I'm trying to say, right? So let's. What do we want to do? Do we want to talk about? Luna, or what do you guys want to do? You want me to talk about Luna? Is there anything you guys fucking want to know? I mean, the whole situation is fucked. So for those of you, Luna is at 40 cents. I mean, I've seen some crazy shit. This is crazy shit. Like, holy fuck. So, like I said, I've seen some shit in my time in crypto. This is some shit. So my understanding of the way that the Luna UST pegging process works effectively is when the reason this happened is when it depegged, you could effectively buy UST for less than $1, right? So right now you could buy one UST for 68 cents. You can then trade that one UST for $1 of Luna, dump that $1 of Luna on the market for $1, and you've instantly made money, right? So that's what's happening, and that's what's driving the price of Luna down, is this constant selling of Luna. You also have the LFG reserve, I imagine, becoming a forced seller of Bitcoin to try and maintain the peg. So it's a Ponzi, and it's effectively imploded at this point. I think the idea for this thing to keep going was for it to get so big that this could never happen. But it did. I feel like there has to be some sort of level of coordination behind this attack. There were some big players who knew that they could blow this thing up and probably opened massive shorts on Luna and fucking tanked this thing. I feel horrible for anyone who has a large amount of money on Anchor. I personally took my money out of Anchor when I shorted Luna. If you guys remember, I called the short on Luna here like Pico Precision. Pico Precision. I said, I'm super bearish on Luna. I didn't think it was going to literal zero. If I would have held this short to where it is now, I would be up so much money, I would fucking puke. But instead, I closed most of it here. And then I closed a bunch of it yesterday. So I closed a bunch on this move down here to like 20 because I was like, this is fucking nuts. I was up so much money. And then I woke up, it was down even more. So I was like, oh my God, closed the rest of it. And now it's literally at 38 cents. It's disgusting. But just for all those people who don't get math, right? It's down 40, it went down 70% to my entry. Or to my exit, and then from my exit to now, it's down another, 98%. Like, it's crazy. And people, it's more than 100%. It's like, that's not how math works, right? That's why it's like, this altcoin's already down 90%. I better buy it. Dude, it can go down another 90% 3 or 4 more times, right? So, this is just nuts. I've never really seen anything quite like this. I mean, I saw BitConnect happen, but this is just crazy. I didn't think it was this much of a giant Ponzi, but it is. I feel very sorry for anyone who had a bunch of money on Anchor, or now you're stuck with UST and your money is now worth 40% less. That sucks. The lesson to be learned, right, is you have to diversify. This was never a true stable coin, right? This was never a true stable coin. It's not backed by anything. So that sucks. I hope you didn't risk more than you're willing to lose. But if you're looking at my DMs, a lot of people did. I'm having people telling me they've lost their mortgage payments, their college tuition, money they were saving up for their wedding, all sorts of fucked up shit. None of you people should be fucking trading. Like, if that's the money you're trading with, get the fuck out of the markets, right? You're supposed to be trading with excess money that you maybe have. So maybe you're got a job and you have $1,000 a month to invest. Sure, trade and play with that money. But if you're trading with money that you need to pay rent, that you need for your wedding, for college tuition, for your kids or something, get the fuck out of crypto. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't invest that in the stock market either. That is not money you should be playing with, especially if you don't know what you're doing, which clearly most people don't, right? So come on, you got to be better in that. This is a very tough lesson to learn, but that's sometimes the most painful lessons are the most important ones, right? And this sucks, dude. Some of these DMs I'm getting are horrendous, but like, why are you risking your money on something that you didn't even need to use a trading exchange to get on Anchor? There's no KYC. There's no security. There's no regulatory bodies surrounding this, and you're going to go and put your life savings on there, right? Or money that you cannot afford to lose. That's fucking nuts. That's fucking nuts. So I have sympathy, but at the same time, it's like, what are you doing? As it comes to who it happened to, Do Kwon, I don't think there could be a more deserving person to have this egg on their face. This guy is a turbo douchebag. He's a supposed billionaire who is like so petty that he is, commenting on under people, anonymous crypto Twitter people's posts. Anytime anyone disagreed with him, whether it was legitimate or not, he would come in with some snarky answer just so he could get the ratio on Twitter. And he's talking all of this fucking smack, and now he's busted. Like, it's broke. It's over. It's over. Right? Like, holy shit. Wow. Talk about karma biting you in the ass. You don't believe in karma? Go read Do Kwon's Doo-Doo Kwon. We're going to call you Doo-Doo Kwon now because you're fucking doo-doo, bro. Go read any tweets of his from like February to April. till the literal top, and even in these last few weeks of April and into May. The amount of cockiness in the way that this guy speaks is unbelievable, and it's almost poetic that it has turned out like this. The way that he speaks is the exact way that people who are up massively on an altcoin position speak. When their altcoin is at the moon, when Safe Moon is mooning, I'm a fucking genius. Safe Moon is blah, 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 blah. It's never going down. I'm a millionaire, da, 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 da. Where's Safe Moon now? Right? I didn't think it would happen this bad to Luna because this thing was like a top 10 fucking coin with billions of dollars of TVL on Anchor and stuff. But like, oh my God, karma, man. Doodoo Kwan, get fucked, my friend. Get fucked. Holy shit. So, sorry to you guys that have obviously been hurt by this. Hopefully you can recover some of your money. It didn't completely wipe you out. In terms of what's going to happen next year for Luna, I have no idea. I don't know how this resolves itself. I have no interest in buying Luna at these prices. I do think that you could gamble. Sure. Like you could gamble and try and buy Luna like very close to zero. Right? Like you could gamble down here. It's below $1. You could gamble that there's going to be some kind of bounce. I don't know why or how, but maybe there's some kind of bounce and you can just gamble some money and maybe get a 5 to 10x if it bounces from 20 cents to $1 or something like that. But that's not the game I play. I'm not interested in that personally. But yeah, there could be some money be made, but I'm not interested, man. Not for me. I don't know how this resolves. I don't know how or if they ever can resolve the peg. I have no idea, but until the peg is restored, I'm pretty sure algorithmically, isn't that ironic, Doodoo Kwan, that Luna goes to zero. Like that's how it fucking works. So, fuck. But for those of you that got fucking destroyed on this move, welcome to crypto. This is not a unique event, okay? This is not a unique situation. This is not a unique situation. As much as this thing is awful, this is what a lot of fucking altcoins look like right now, okay? A lot of coins are Ponzi's. That Ponzi is just another Ponzi. This is its own Ponzi. And if you have your money, if something like this happens and it's so detrimental to your net worth that you can't pay rent, you need to have a serious talk with yourself, okay? Like I said, there is no shame in going back to getting a job, to starting fresh, but make sure you learn these lessons for next time because I've been in your shoes. I've held coins that I was up 10, 20x on all the way to the point where they were delisted from exchanges, never selling, okay? Do not do that again. And absolutely do not do that with money you cannot afford to lose. When I was in crypto back in 2013, when I went broke, I had to move back into my dad's basement and get a job. Like that, like I went from like thinking I was retired to back in my dad's basement with $0, negative money, and having to get a regular job again. You don't think I was depressed? Right? You don't think I was like what the fuck? I'm never gonna make it again. I blew my only shot in life. Like I should just fucking off myself. I had all of those thoughts. I promise you. But what I did is I went back to the drawing board. I just had a regular job. I made money. I saved a little, and I taught myself how to trade. I learned from the mistakes I made in the previous bull run. So then when the next opportunity came in 2016, I did well. And then when the next opportunity came in 2018, I did even better, right? And I was able to make myself financially free, where even though a move like this happened today, I'm good. Could go to zero tomorrow. I'm good, right? And I want all of you to be good. I want all of you to get to that point, okay? Can I talk about USDT losing its peg right now? I don't really think this is losing its peg. I think this is just a small minor fluctuation. I don't know though. I think there's just a bunch of fear in the market right now. Maybe people are freaking out. Other people in stables are freaking out because of what's happened here. And they're freaking out and they don't want to, they're worried that it's going to lose its peg as well. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it. But I think you guys got to unfortunately, if you got fucked, man, it's not over. I know it feels over, but it's not over. Like, even if, like, God forbid, what you never want to do is zero out, right? If you have no ammo, you can't even play the game. But God forbid you do. You lost it all. You don't have a dollar. How did you get money to invest in crypto in the workplace in the first place? Go back to the drawing board, man. Get back to work. Start saving. There's no shame in it. Get back in the game. No fucking excuses. All right? So, I don't know, guys. Does anyone have any questions? Anything they want to ask me? Because I've been talking a lot today. I did that fucking spaces, and so my voice is going a little hoarse here. But I honestly, like, I fucking love you guys. Like, I do, honestly. I like the opportunities that have been provided to me from this audience that I've built on Twitter is incredible, and I do not take it for granted. And that's why I do these videos. That's why I share what I share, and I'm sincere about it. Because I'm nothing without you guys. I'm still doing me. I'm still managing my own money. But a lot of the stuff I've been exposed to and able to do is 100% because people follow me. So I'm super appreciative of you. And that's why I want to give you my time. But I also want to be real with you guys. I don't want to sit here and blow smoke up your ass and tell you that everything's going to be all right. Just hold on, right? You have to have the most honest conversations in the world are the ones that you have with yourself this fucking close to the mirror. It's not with your mom. It's not with a therapist. It's not with your friends. It's with yourself. Not everyone makes it. We're going to make it. We all going to make it. It's a fucking lie. Most people won't make it. Not just because they're before they made it, right? Multiple times. Okay? But it's about not giving up. That's the key. So, hopefully, there's been some value in this. Obviously, I'm going to go through my DMs between today and tomorrow. I'm going to try and answer as many of them as possible. If you're just DMing me begging for money, I'm not just going to fucking send you money, bro. Right? Like, first of all, it's not going to just solve all your problems because a lot of people are sending me like Binance fucking sheets being like, dude, I've lost it all. And I'm like, well, you're leverage trading with your college tuition. I'm never sending that person money, right? Like, what the fuck? So don't be fucking stupid. But if you need advice, if you just need someone to talk to, if I can lend you some time, some wisdom, I absolutely will. But I can't just send everyone fucking money. If it were that easy, I would. But yeah, hopefully this was somewhat valuable for you guys. I'm home for the next little while here. I got one more trip in the next bit here. I'm going to EDC, but it's just for 3 nights. But otherwise, I'm going to be back on this YouTube grind. I'm going to be posting videos. I'm going to be posting charts. I'm going to be active in Discord. So I will do my best to help you guys and guide you through this. But at the end of the day, I don't know what's going to happen for sure. Everything I've talked about in this video is just what I think. I don't know what's going to happen for sure. Nobody does, right? But I've given you guys my kind of analysis for the short term here. So we'll see. As of right now, I want to see some real quick short term analysis here. If we're able to kind of hold this area for a little bit and base a little, I'm looking for a rally potentially towards 32 to 35. And that would be an area where I'm looking to short for another leg lower. Because I do think that any sort of retracement we get in here is just a retracement before another leg down. But this is an area where we could see some sort of a bounce. It is way too early for me to be entering longs here personally. Like, this is the 4-hour chart. If you can base a long based on this, by all means, go ahead. I need to see a little bit more price action before I get into a trade. But yeah. I think that's all I got here, guys. But I think I made some decent points. I know I yelled a lot. I know I ranted a lot. Hopefully this was somewhat helpful. Whatever that guy whose name was who was talking shit in here, fuck that guy. But for the most part, I love all of you. I hope everyone is staying safe, being smart, be healthy. Go outside, get some fresh air, go to the gym, right? The market is not going to bottom in one candle in one day. You have time. You can step away from the screen. The last thing you want to be doing right now is revenge trading. A lot of people lose money. They might have lost money here, right, during this drop, but where they really lost money was trading all this bullshit before price started trending again. Wait until price mode, till it gets a little easier before you start stepping in. Do not chop yourself up. It's also super illiquid right now. Price is moving large percentage points in either direction very quickly and easily, so don't get yourself fucked up. Be safe, be happy. I love you guys. I will be back with another video maybe tomorrow or the next day. Signing off.